Hello dear student, welcome in KRT Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science College, Nasik. Myself V.S. Shinde, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry. Student, in previous lecture we have seen basic concepts of stability and liability and also inert and labile complexes. In today's lecture, we will discuss Chillet effect, factors affecting on Chillet effect, stoichiometric and intimate mechanism. Okay student, so let's see one by one. First of all, we will see learning outcome. Student, at the end of today's lecture, you will able to understand what is meant by Chillet effect, stability of Chillet complexes, factors affecting on chilation and stoichiometric and intimate mechanism. Okay, so let's start one by one. So, first of all, what is chilation? Okay, the Chillet effect or Chillet is one of the most important ligand property in coordination chemistry. Student, as we know that there are different types of ligands, that is monodentate ligand, bidentate ligand, tridentate ligand, polydentate ligand. Okay, so monodentate ligand means for example H2O or NH3. In H2O or NH3, only one donor atom is present which can able to donate lone pair to central metal atom. That is nothing but monodentate ligand. If we are considered bidentate ligand, for example EN, that is ethylene diamine. See, here is ethylene diamine ligand NH2, CH2, CH2 and NH2. Here there are two nitrogen atoms are present which can able to donate lone pair of electron to central metal ion. So this is bidentate ligand. Means chelation concept is totally based on bidentate or polydentate ligand. The complex formed by the coordination of polydentate ligand to a metal cation is called a Chillet complex or a Chillet. I again repeat, the Chillet effect or Chillet is one of the most important ligand property in coordination chemistry. The complex formed by the coordination of polydentate ligand to a metal cation is called Chillet complex or a Chillet. Okay, so if your complex containing monodentate ligand, that complex is simply non-chelating complex. Or if your complex containing bidentate or polydentate ligand, your complex comes under chelate complex category. Okay, so let's discuss chelate effect. The Chillet effect is the enhanced affinity of chelating ligands for a metal ion compared to the affinity of a collection of similar monodentate ligand for the same metal. The Chillet effect is the enhanced affinity of a chelating ligands for a metal ion compared to the affinity of a collection of similar monodentate ligands for the same metal. Bidentate, tridentate and polydentate types of ligands can act as a chelating ligand. Just we have already discussed, that is monodentate ligand are the simply non-chelating ligands, but bidentate, tridentate and polydentate ligands are the chelating ligands. The chelate complexes are more stable than non-chelated complexes, so we can say the stability of complexes is greatly increased by chelating ligands. This is known as Chillet effect. Or we can say in another words, that is, as the chelation get increases, the stability of complexes get also increases. Okay, so as number of Chillet rings get increases, stability of complexes get also increases. Chelating ligand forms more stable complexes than non-chelating ligands. This can be readily explained in terms of thermodynamic factor. Means stability of chelate complexes is explained in terms of thermodynamic factor. So let's see. If the value of stability constant K is large, it gives large negative enthalpy and positive entropy changes. If value of stability constant K is large, it gives large negative enthalpy and positive entropy changes. Let's see example. See, here is example. In starting reactant, monodentate ligand is present, that is MH2O6 2 plus EN. EN means ethylene diamine, which gives MH2O4 EN 2 plus. In this example, in product there is replacement of two water molecule by this ethylene diamine. Means this complex is chelate complex while this complex is non-chelated complex. In above example, 2H2O are replaced by ethylene diamine, which is bidentate ligand. So there is increase the number of particles in the system. Obviously, there is increase in number of particles in the system. Hence, its disorder and entropy get also increases. Here, entropy get also increases because of chelated complex. So we can say MH2O4 EN2 plus means product is more stable than starting reactant. I again repeat, because of increasing entropy, MH2O4 EN2 plus is more stable than starting complex, which is non-chelate complex. This supports the fact that the stability of complexes increases with the increase of entropy. Larger the number of chelate rings in the complex, the greater is its stability. Obviously, if there is large number of chelate rings are present in your complex, the greater is its stability because there is increase in entropy in that complexes. Okay, student, I again repeat, those your chelating complex are stable one. This is because there is increase in entropy. If we are considering this example, in your example, this is the starting reactant and which gives product MH2O4 EN2 plus. EN is ethylene diamine, that is chelating ligand. In this example, there is replacement of 2H2O by ethylene diamine, and this complex is more stable than reactant complex because there is increase in number of particles in the system, hence there is increase in entropy also. Okay, this supports the fact that stability of complexes increases with the increase of entropy. Larger the number of chelate rings in the complex, the greater is its stability. Okay, so let's see some examples. This is the example, that is EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, which is hexadentate ligand. Means in EDTA there are 6 donor atoms are present which can able to donate lone pair of electron to central metal ion to form coordinate bond with it. Okay, let's see. Here is 1 oxygen, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, means 2 nitrogen atom and 4 oxygen atoms are present in EDTA, which is able to donate lone pair. This is one of the most important example for chelated complexes. Okay, so let's see another example. Macrocyclic chelating ligand. This is another examples of chelating ligand. These are the crown ethers. In crown ether, there is involvement of oxygen, nitrogen or sulfur. See, here is oxygen, that is 15 crown 5, which can bind to central metal ion, that is your alkali metals. Okay, so these are all are the chelating ligands. These are the another examples of your chelated complexes. Okay, so let's start. Factors affecting on chelate effect. Basically, there are 3 main factors which are affecting on chelation. First is size of chelate rings. Okay, chelate having 6-membered rings are more stable than those having 5-membered ring, which are again more stable than chelate with having 4-membered ring. Means if your size of chelate ring increases from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, stability of complexes get increases. Means as the size of Chillet ring increases from 4 to 6, your stability of complexes is also increases. Okay. So next factor is number of Chillet rings. It is a general that greater is the number of Chillet rings, greater is it the stability of chilation. Okay, I again repeat, as the number of Chillet rings are more, there is greater stability for complexes. And the last is resonance effect. As the resonance is increased in the Chillet complexes, here stability is also increases. Means as the resonance is increases in the chilleting complexes, stability is again get increases. These are the three factors. Size of chillet ring, means if size increases from 4 to 5, 5 to 6 membered ring, stability get increases. Number of chillet rings, as the number of chillet rings get increases, stability of complexes get also increases. And resonance effect, if resonance get increases, or if resonance is more in complexes, there is more stability for that complexes. Okay, up to here we have seen chillation, chillet effect, after that stability of chillated complexes, and factors affecting on chillet effect. This is a very simplest topic. So let's see the next point, that is stoichiometric and intimate mechanism. Langford and Gray classified substitution reaction mechanism as follows. See, here is intimate mechanism, that is dissociative associative. D stands for dissociative while A stands for associative. As we have already seen in case of types of intermediate of SN1, SN2. SN1 means substitution nucleophilic unimolecular and SN2 means substitution nucleophilic bimolecular. SN1 we can say also dissociative type of mechanism, and for SN2 we can say associative type of mechanism. In case of dissociative or SN1 type of mechanism, there is formation of 5 coordinate transition state or intermediate for octahedral reactants. If your complex is octahedral, in first step there is dissociation of leaving group or departure group, which gives 5 coordinated transition state. Okay, this was about dissociative. And in case of association, there is addition of incoming nucleophile in hexacoordinated reactant, which gives 7 coordinate transition state. Okay, so this is also nothing but SN2 type of mechanism. We have already seen that SN1 is first order reaction, because rate of reaction for SN1 type of mechanism is only depends upon concentration of reactant, not on concentration of incoming nucleophile. So it is first order nucleophilic substitution. And in case of SN2, it is second order nucleophilic substitution, because the rate of reaction is depends upon concentration of complex as well as concentration of reactant. Okay, sorry, concentration of complex as well as concentration of incoming nucleophile. So it is a second order nucleophilic substitution. So let's see dissociation, that is D, and association A, nothing but intimate mechanisms. First of all, dissociation D. The departing ligand leaves and the intermediate with a lower coordination number is formed. A mechanism is labeled as D for dissociation. Okay, what happened here? The departing ligand leaves and the intermediate with a lower coordination number is formed. If your complex is octahedral, and in first stage there is departing of ligand, means obviously 6 coordination number gives to 5 coordinated, comes into 5 coordinated intermediate, that is there is lower coordination number in your first stage. So this mechanism is labeled as dissociation or D, which gives 5 coordinated or lower coordinated number intermediate. Okay, while in case of association, the incoming ligand adds to the complex and an intermediate to the complex, increase in coordination number is formed in a mechanism which is labeled as A. This These are called as intimate mechanism. In case of association, what happen? If your starting material or starting reactant is octahedral having 6 coordination number, but in first stage, in case of SN2 or association type, there is association of that incoming nucleophile, so it gives 7 coordinated intermediate, means there is increase in coordination number of intermediate. So this is nothing but association, or which is labeled as A, and these both mechanisms are called as intimate mechanism, means dissociation and association. Okay, so let's see interchange mechanism or stoichiometric mechanism. Between the two extremes is interchange mechanism, in which the incoming ligand is presumed to assist in the reaction but no detectable intermediate appear. I again repeat, between the two extremes is interchange mechanism, in which the incoming ligand is presumed to assist in the reaction but no detectable intermediate appears. So let's see interchange dissociative. It is designated as ID when the degree of assistance is small and the reaction is preliminary dissociative. It is called as dissociative interchange or ID mechanism. See, when reaction is preliminary dissociative and the degree of assistance is low, it is called as dissociative interchange mechanism. Okay, while in case of interchange associative, when the incoming ligand starts forming a bond to a central atom before the departing ligand bond is weakened appreciably, it is called as association or interchange mechanism. Okay, I again repeat, when the incoming ligand starts forming a bond to a central atom before the departing ligand bond is weakened appreciably, it is nothing but association interchange mechanism or IA mechanism. See, we have already seen in case of interchange mechanism or shown that transition state, that is, there is the incoming ligand starts forming a bond to a central metal atom before the departing of ligand, that is leaving group. That is the transition state for interchange mechanism. It is called as association interchange mechanism. Okay student, so in today's lecture we have seen chelate effect, stability of chelate complexes, factors affecting on chelation, and stoichiometric and intimate mechanism. Okay student, so thank you.